Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day to all. So today I'm going to present my topic for the key speaker today on this international conference to be titled as a consumer brand relationship in SMEs, avoid brand hate, inspiring brand love. So before I go to more detail on it, let me introduce myself. I'm Associate Professor Dr. Noor Hasmini Ghani from Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business, Universiti Malaysia, Kelantan, Malaysia. So let me proceed. Okay, let's get started. Okay. So when we're talking about brand and we look at the product, actually in the strategic brand management, the definition for brand versus product is not same. Okay, so brand basically is a name, term, sign, or a combination of them intended to identify the goods and services so that the consumer can differentiate them. Whereas for the product or service is regards to the anything that can be offered to a market, and these include objects, services, organization, might be places, people, and ideas for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption. So in strategic brand management, therefore, because we would like to identify, would like to differentiate, okay, what we bought is regard to the brands. So for the strategic brand management, it is compulsory to manage the brand. A strong brand or brand equity is determined by a consumer. And brand equity is the incremental utility or value added to a product from its brand name and contribute to company's long-term profitability. Thus, in brand management, okay, consumer buy a brand and not a product. So no brand, no differentiation, and interestingly, consumer can have a relationship with a brand and not a product. Okay. So in the concerning of the strategic brand management and business perspective is to develop a brand that have equity, okay, to make sure that the brand able to be competitive in the market. This in this brand equity contact also is important for the entrepreneur survival as well. And for pioneers, especially hacker or careless in branding context, when regards to the brand equity, is have four main brand equity assets that need to properly manage. So the most important part is, okay, brand awareness, brand association, business quality, and brand loyalty. And of course, they have additional more regards to the brand equity asset. But these main of the brand equity asset should exist, okay, to a brand of the entrepreneur, for each of the brand of the entrepreneurs. Okay, and when we're talking about managing the brand, it's actually might be a little difference to the entrepreneurs as compared to the larger companies. Okay. All right. So for the brand equity to be able to sustain, to remain sustained in the market, okay, the achievement of the brand resonance is very important to be highlighted, not only for the larger companies, but also for the SMEs. And based on the Keller, the brand resonance is referred to the extent to which customers feel that they are in sync with the brand. So for brand resonance, the main ingredients of it is called consumer brand relationship. Okay, and Candace has developed the pyramid model of the consumer-based brand equity. This is where Keller has concerned to make sure that the company is able to reach the brand, the CBR or consumer brand relationship. So all the company need to follow these four main stages, okay, on how you manage the brand properly until it's developed. The main important gist on this is a relationship. Okay, starting from identify, you talk about how you going to introduce your brand to the consumer and then give a meaning, and then regards to the response, this is where when consumer got experience with your brand, they're able to give their justification and feelings about them. So this can get their decision when we do the research, okay, especially when we involved with the research, okay, of our brand. So from the research, the decision or comment by the consumer, we might give something important for us, okay, to make a decision in order to make sure that we're able to move to the stage 4, which is concerning on developing the relationship. Relationship is not a normal relationship, but the enduring relationship that might exist between your brand and your customer. Okay, so this enduring relationship is ingredient for the brand reasoning, and achieving this enduring relationship, or what we call as a CBR, is very important for your brand to be sustained in the long term in the market. Okay? So when we're talking about CBR or consumer brand relationship, okay, among of the strongest pioneer in the CBR is by Fournier, where Fournier has proposed the definition for the CBRs is referring to the strength or enduring, okay, the connection formed between the consumer and the brand by concentrate on these 6 strong facets, okay, which I developed and transferred or a little bit make it more understanding in the form of diagram like this. Okay, so what is meant by the 6 strong facets that proposed by Fournier to reflect your CBRs is regards to first about love and patience. Okay, and CBR also we talk about self-connection, we talk about strong commitment, we talk about strong brand partner quality, we talk about intimacy, we talk about interdependent. Okay, and one of these variable of the CBR in this today's presentation, okay, I propose for the love and patience, or can be called as the brand love. Okay, and this brand love should be considered as much as important as well in the entrepreneurship context, right? Because why? Most problem of the SMEs context, okay, the problem is regard to the strategic customer related problem, okay, plus the lack of financial resources, of course. But in solving this customer-related problem, okay, the introducing of the brand love, okay, is very important to avoid what we call as the brand hate. Okay, because brand hate now is going to be much important concept, okay, much important concentration, okay, by the branding pioneers, okay, uh, to be looked as one of the elements that we or that the companies or entrepreneurs should consolidate. Okay, so when we're talking about the brand love relationship, we are actually talking about the enduring relationship, deep and enduring, okay, beyond simple fact, okay, such that the brand love is considered irreplaceable. Okay, so the distinction of brand love as compared to other relationship in CBR, for example, self-connection, commitment, brand partner quality, intimacy, and interdependence. okay, is regard to maintain the relationship with the brand for psychology or functional reason and effective reason. Because when we have a love, okay, towards something, we will able to want to trust and commit that. Okay, so this is why the brand love element is much important, okay, to be developed first, right, and then followed by the others construct of the CBR. It's okay. Okay, so this is the brand love dimension. We have passion, we have affection, okay, and then we have duration, memories, dream, uniqueness, intimacy, pleasure, and idealization. So why does brand love matter? Because one of it is the focus of emotional connection and the sustainable of brand loyalty that brand love can give. Okay, when you have the brand love, so the most important part of the brand love is because the existing of the emotional connection which develop to you toward with link to you towards to develop the enduring relationship between you and brand, and of course be able to sustain the brand loyalty. When you able to sustain the brand loyalty, the sustainable of brand loyalty can lead to the achievement of brand retention. So past study has uh, result has shared, okay, their result of the study say that 39 to 55% of the consumer define brand loyalty as having love for a brand. Okay, so loyal customer often become a brand's biggest advocates who will organically share about your company to their friends. So this is where the extension of brand retention will exist. Okay, so they also have the tendency to be less sensitive to paying premium prices because they already understand the value that comes with the brand's offering. So this is why brand love is very important to be considered. Okay, and also it's very important to make sure that the brand hate will able to be decreased, okay, in what kind of circumstances come. Right? Okay, so for the part is where the brand retention will achieve. So this is why the companies, okay, able to make sure their brand can be competitive or remain strong in the market for a long time. Okay. Others, brand love also open up for the demographic characteristic impact. All right, instead of course they will enhance or they will influence the development of the brand equity, but brand love also will have the demographic characteristic impact with the existing of the gender type traits, okay, which call masculine brand versus feminine brands, and also look at the traditional luxuries versus neo luxuries. Okay, so when it's regard to these demographic characteristic impact, right? So this where the appearance of brand love is very important. To see that now a traditional luxury brand, for example, has been defined as a high quality, expensive and non-essential products and services that appear to be rare, exclusive, prestigious and authentic and offer high level of symbolic and emotional or hedonic values through customer experience. This is where the premium experience will exist. So that's why you will see that the high brand, okay, for example, the premium brands such as Chanel, Ferrari, Rolex, LV, Prada, Hermes, they have their own target market, which is regard to their own premium target market customers. Okay, and also for the new luxury, it's not bad actually. Also as well, new luxury is defined as a products and services that possess higher level of quality, taste and experience than other goods in the category, but are not so expensive as to be out of reach, but still is can be called as a premium customer as well. For example, the customer that able to buy the brands such as Kate Spade, Michael Kors, Apple, Tesla, Ralph Lauren, and as well as Calvin Klein. Okay, so they also have their own premium target customer. Okay, to make sure that their brand will be able to become customers' high priority. Okay, so to make sure that the brand love is very important for them to manage. Okay, I mean for the companies or entrepreneurs to manage. Right? Okay, so other significant outcomes of brand love is okay, they able to develop the word of mouth, okay, by the customer as mentioned previously, resistant to negative information about brands, all right, and high brand commitment, active engagement, willingness to pay premium prices, forgiveness of brand failures, purchase intention, instead positive purchase intention, and also positive trust development. Okay, all right. The most important part is where brand love is predicted to able to avoid the brand hate. Okay, so when we're talking about the brand hate, this is a very new brand element that it might be right now in the situation now, okay, as becoming an important variables to be managed by the companies because the impact of the brand hate is very, very dangerous. Okay, so talking about the hate has been researched in multiple disciplines, including psychology, social psychology, and marketing. So, brand hate actually is defined as a psychological state in which a consumer form an intense negative emotion and hatred toward a brand, a hatred that reveals itself with anti-branding activities. So, this is very dangerous about the brand hate, which is right now need to be more focused, okay, for the entrepreneurs actually, right? So most of the studies in CBR consider and brand it as an overall measure of negative customer experience. So these indicate that brand experience may not necessarily be a positive concept. So when the customer have negative feeling, have negative justification about your brand, this will disturbing for you to achieve the stage 4 in the as regard to the Kelas model, Kelas CBBE model, pyramid, or Kelas pyramid model. So this will disturbing for the companies or entrepreneur to achieve the brand relationship or CBR, right, in the last stage of achieving the brand resonance. So this is why brand hate need to be properly managed, and the most important variables that might be able to manage these brand hate is brand love inspiring. Okay, so in CBR, brand hate is defined as a strong opposition to brands. All right, strong opposition to brands. And brand hate also reflect the negative brand related emotion which contribute to such as consumer complaint, brand switching, negative word of mouth, protests, okay, patronage reduction, brand avoidance, brand retaliation, brand switching, okay, and so forth. Okay, this is among of the example of the impact of the brand hate if it exists to your brand. And I'm also sharing the brand hate measurement items. So we'll get in this. Okay, and last and but not least, this is my model or the future model, which regards to taking consideration the brand love, okay, the role of brand love, and decrease or resistance to the brand hate, okay, to the brand hate. So in this brand love model, I propose for 2 dimensions, affection and passion, where affection also they have a measurement, similar goes with the passion. Right. So my conclusion here is CBR signify the customers feel that they are in sync with the brand. Among of important relational concern in CBR is brand love, and the investigation and exploration of brand love and avoiding the brand hate become critical. Brand hate nowadays are among of major shift in consumer behavior around the world. So companies become more susceptible to brand hate when they fail to meet community expectation or not consider what consumers and the society care for. So in case actual performance fails to meet the expectation, consumers tend to form severe negative feelings toward the brands. Hence, investigate and exploring the strategies that avoiding the brand hate as well as outcome of brand hate is vital. So in fact, the expansion role of brand hate in digital branding as well, or other internet-based technology remark this critical brand strategy for the companies or entrepreneurs brand sustainable achieve. Okay, so that's the end of my speech today, and thank you for listening. Thank you.